My dear teachers, it's a joy to connect with you as you plan for another year. It certainly is a joy because teaching is not a profession, but a vocation. And if we understand that clearly, then we get the right perspective for what we have committed ourselves to. Teachers are specially called, they need to be trained, and they need to be sent. Now, to be called, trained, and sent means that you are an apostle. So you are an apostle of what God has entrusted to the church to be taken out into the world. So you have received a call. There is ongoing training for you, which every single teacher must be part of. And you must be commissioned. That means you, in your own parishes, in your own Sunday schools, must be given or endowed with the task of caring for children. Now, this is a very sensitive area due to so many reasons. First of all, that parents leave children with us in our care. So in the morning, they will leave the children and they will go about their work. Some may do their shopping, others may sit at a service and follow the morning service, while you are occupied with their children. Now that's a responsibility that has been entrusted to us as teachers with a lot of reverence and sacredness. So it's not only then a vocation, but it's a vocation which has a sacred part to it. So a sacred part will also have trust. So you and I are being entrusted, so we have received these children with a great deal of trust. Now, what we do with them is the important part. We can sing choruses throughout the lesson. We can explain the Bible to them. We can talk of our personal experiences. But most of all, what is needed that we need to bring all these together in a complete, orderly fashion to make a lesson plan for our children. So no teacher can go to the class without preparation. The key word for a teacher is to prepare. And when does preparation begin, you may ask? Preparation begins long before you start the year. So you are given the content. You are told these are the lessons that you have to cover within a year. And you are given an age group to teach. So our planning then begins. We know that there is an aim and a goal that we have to reach, and we need to prepare for that. So every step, every lesson has to be prepared separately. But keeping in mind the common task, the common goal that we have to achieve at the end of the year. And that is to see that our children have grown in the faith. Faith is a gift from God. You and I know that. But we can grow in our faith. We can't create faith. But all that we do is to build and to enable a child to grow in the faith that God has given. So it all begins with our baptisms. That's the starting point. Our baptism is the doorway to enter into this walk with Christ. You are the one, the teacher, who holds the hand of the child and leads the child on the path, showing that the cross is the path that the teacher and the child is expected to walk in. So coming out from our baptismal faith is then our next steps towards walking in the direction of the cross. That's our aim. That's our goal. So every year, our task is that we have been entrusted with a group of students or children, and we have to carry them along, guide them along, lead them along on the path of the cross. So you won't get there in 1 year. You won't get there in 2 years. You are on that journey. And you don't have to become excited or unduly anxious that you are not getting anywhere. All that is needed is for you to be faithful in giving Sunday after Sunday that installment of faith so that the child will learn to grow. The child will pick up attitudes and values along the way. But your task is to make sure that this child is walking in the path of the cross. So that as the journey gets longer and longer, the child will leave your hand at some point. And Sunday school life is over. But the child will never forget the child's lessons that you have taught. And if you have taught the child properly, well with the content, the child will know that the child will continue that walk of faith on the path of the cross and never look behind. And your task is done. You move out of the way, and the child then begins to mature and walk in that faith. So, begin well, be faithful at all times, do your best, and God will do the rest for you and the child. May God bless you as you prepare for a year, for a task, and take this vocation seriously because you are receiving it with trust. God bless you all.